Mm. I'm coming now. I'm calling the world to know. Gonna let it show.
Salespeople are the manure of the industry.
Welcome to 1320.
The coolest hangout for youth, teens,
And everybody.
and everybody in between. I'm supposed to say love, death, and robots. I don't know. No, it doesn't rhyme. Introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Korea.
And I am Bob Vance from Vance
Refrigeration. This is gonna be a difficult episode.
Oh my goodness.
It's always Bob Vance of Vance
And
Refrigeration.
he always says it.
No.
You're like, so yeah, Bob Vance.
Bob Vance, Vance
Refrigeration. Every single time.
And then Phil is, oh yeah, my husband is Bob Vance of Vance Refrigeration.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway,
Mm.
so welcome to Cheat Sheet
Week 3.
Week 3. Rafiki did a solo episode last week because life was lifing.
I was sending her to Utica people,
Yeah.
and she came
And I
back.
came back. Woo.
She didn't like the brunch.
It was not good for me. It was not good for me. So today we're going to talk about Today we're going to be talking about Cheat Sheet Week 3, and in this one,
It doesn't have a subtitle, does it?
no, it doesn't have subtitles. So we're just gonna have to sort of
Wing it.
wing it, okay? So as you guys know, we're gonna be talking about money, but specifically money from the point of view as believers and followers in Christ. Yes? Yes. So the first thing we're going to discuss is what our priorities should be as believers and followers of Christ when it comes to the money that we have. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, man cannot serve two gods. He can either serve God or money, but not both. But you know the crazy thing is, you can serve God with your money. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Thank you. So priority number 1 is always going to be giving. Give unto others. Okay? Last week, but one, when we were closing out, I said something that I think now comes back to this, where it's like, don't ask yourself how much of your money you're giving to God, but how much of God's money you're giving to yourself. And if everyone is made in the image of God, then giving to others is also giving to God. Just saying.
She went and got the wisdom.
And I came back with it, and I'm dropping wisdom bombs. So yes, the first priority as believers should be giving, whether that's tithing, that's offering. I know a lot of people who will get their salary, and then once tax is removed, they also remove their tithe, and they also remove their offering for every Sunday, and I think that's really great. Giving to charity, giving to the people around you as well.
Charity, don't say everybody should give you money now, okay?
That's funny. That is funny. But yes, but also something I've realized that is really nice is giving to your friends and family, like just because, like when you give to your like you just get somebody a gift, they were like, oh yeah, I just saw this and I got it for you because, you know, especially if you're financially able to. Oh, I just saw this and I thought of you. It makes someone's like entire day, whether it's food or it's like jewelry or it's just something like just a small
they actually
token.
needed.
Yeah, something they needed. People really love that. So yes, first priority should be giving.
Unless you are an Andy Bernard and you give back whenever somebody gives you something.
Yes, immediately.
Okay, so second priority. Yes, our living expenses. That is something that we as human beings should be able to think upon. Because sometimes when we get money, we change as people. You used to eat this, now you have your money, you don't even want to taste it. You don't even want the smell of it. And I don't know why it happens, but it just happens to all of us. Sometimes you'll be like, let me treat myself, and that's a good thing. But then sometimes you can over-treat yourself and make it a bad habit. And then now you have to, let's say, keep up with how you're living.
Yeah, like living beyond your means. Yeah.
And then that's what leads to debt and all that, so that you can just maintain that standard that you had for yourself. So we need to keep that in check, because we don't also need to waste money on things that we can literally live without.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that good, understood?
On the, can I add something? On the living beyond your means, I had this from a snippet of a Working in Financial Freedom class. For more information, link in the description.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, always. But it is, if for example, let's say you're making 10K, then you should be living on 8K. If you are making, and that is all your expenses. If you're, so that obviously you can save. But if you're making 10K, live on 8K. So that even if you're not saving, that 2K is still there that you know you don't need. It's not for rent. It's not like it's, that 2K is there, and it's a cushion, it's a pillow. It allows you some time, some leeway. You don't have to go borrowing money because that 2K is there. If you're making 20K, live on 16. So on and so forth. And so the more money you make, the less amount you use, or the less percentage, or no, the more percentage of money you put aside. And so you keep growing this sort of like pillow or this comfort. And it's great because, again, you're not living beyond your means. You're not using your entire salary in 1 month.
Here's the thing, 30, 20, 50. That's it. Always live by that rule.
Yeah.
50% is for things like rent, clothing, food, any things that you definitely need.
Yeah. Also, when it comes to like luxury items, if you can't buy it twice.
That's a 20%.
Yeah. When it comes to luxury items, if you can't buy it twice, you can't buy it at all. Because then, and this is crazy, I saw someone explain why that is a thing. If you can't buy it twice, then it means that this thing is now like everything to you. Does that make sense? So like, you are now controlled by the thing rather than the thing controlling you. Crazy. Priority number 3, building wealth. We just talked about saving. Obviously we're quite young, so we don't know much about like investing and stuff, but we do know about saving.
Hey. About the investing, I talked about it last week.
You talked about it because he's a genius. I'm not.
Okay, I'm not a genius. I actually had to sit with somebody who understands
and
this.
Like, so explain in
yes.
detail. What does the word invest mean?
And if you ask me to repeat, I would not be able to. It wasn't part of the script though.
So yes, building wealth, that's very important. Rafiki talked about investing last week, saving, buying things that will last, like property. These days people buy property, houses, cars depreciate over time, so what else? These days people are buying and selling a lot more collectible items, so things that will increase over time. I've seen Pokemon Go cards, Birkin bags, that type of thing.
A lot of things that do not make sense to most people.
Yeah.
But
again, if you have, especially if you have collectible items and you're able to keep them safe, I promise you, there is somebody somewhere on the internet that will pay
everything.
Hundreds for it. So yeah, building your wealth. Okay, so that is actually priority number 3 is actually what we're going to be focusing on, is building wealth, and sort of how you go about doing that. Rather 3 easy steps to begin.
There's somebody who's clever enough. I want to mention him for safety's sake. He actually decided to build wealth on something that depreciates.
Which is?
Cars. What he did was he started like a car club for only people with fancy cars, right? And
sounds like a Darman video.
And then when with time people would want fancy cars, right? So he would sell it to them. All he had to do was just start a club, and then people would be like, "Hey, I want to sell this car of mine. Do you know anybody who wants to buy it?" Like, "Yeah, I know somebody wants this car." So he gets it to them, and then he gets like a commission. Now imagine his group has over 2,500 people, and they all drive like big cars, like expensive cars. Imagine if all of them sell.
The commission he gets is
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And all he had to do was just start a club. It's not like he had a car.
It's not like he had the car.
He just started a club. I think that's genius.
Anyway, so we will be talking about building wealth, money plus time plus consistency. Build wealth. Money, time, consistency. And that's the reason why when you're our age, even if both of us were to like get $1 million somehow, or let's say Rafiki was supposed to sign some like crazy recording deal, or I was supposed to sign for a movie or a TV show or some fashion project, right? Then even that money we would make, we wouldn't be considered wealthy yet.
Yeah.
We would be considered rich because it's just money.
There's this thing. I was watching another billionaire talk, and he was like, when he started out, when he made his first million, he said that he was a millionaire. But then his mentor told him, no, you're not a millionaire.
Yeah.
If you cannot spend 1 million and have more than $1 million left, you're not a millionaire.
Yeah,
So yes, you're just rich, not wealthy.
Yeah. So, and also like, I feel like wealth is also a comfort. Like, you know you're not paying rent on the house.
Yeah.
That's comfort. What is it? You know that, like, even if you stopped working today,
Yeah.
you would have food. You'd be able to pay for electricity, for Wi-Fi, for water, that type of thing. Wealth is being able to know that you drive a good car and it's not going to break down anytime soon.
Yes, please,
It's functioning
do
well.
not go for the fanciest, I tell you.
Go for the most durable. And also one that's good for the environment.
It's not a Chevy, it's not a Ford. This right here is a Toyota. Okay, I'm not just saying
That's
go
funny.
for it.
But yes, so
Right?
thank you. So yes, building wealth. Wealth is about comfort. Wealth is about consistently making more money than you have to spend. So cutting out rent, cutting out things like, for example, fuel, right? There are people who are now able to, like people that own Teslas, they don't have to pay for fuel.
Just charge.
And charging stations, for the most part, in a lot of places around the world, are free. So they don't pay for nothing. They only pay for the car to be serviced, maybe. And a lot of other companies are beginning to do that. What's another sort of like wealth thing? What's another sort of wealth?
What do you mean wealth?
Like something like you're making more money than you have to spend. Does that make sense? Like the amount of money you're making is becoming more, and then your like needs that you have to spend money on.
How to become wealthy is when you take the money that you would use to buy things you want and actually invest. Because if you actually check, sometimes you might, let's say, buy a shoe because it's very like trendy. And then you wait like 4 times. You wait like 4 times, and that's in like, let's say, 2 months, and that's it. You feel like there's no other outfit that can go with that shoe. That's it. You're like, I spent 6,500 on this shoe. Why?
For what?
Yes. For you to actually break that why is for you to realize that if it's not something that you definitely need, you can do without it and put it into good use somewhere else.
Yeah. Point number 1, building wealth. Whatever you do,
don't try to get rich quick.
Whatever you do, do not. Yes.
Ask Zombie B. He tried.
I don't think that needs to be explained, right?
No. Yeah.
MLMs,
Pyramid
get rich quick
schemes.
schemes. Pyramid schemes.
Yeah, pyramid schemes are like, just make him join and that's it. You will get your money.
Just get 2 friends, and then those friends get 2 friends, and then those friends get 2 friends.
Oh yeah. Like,
how is this
what
not a
does this look
pyramid?
like?
No, he's like, how is this not a pyramid? Like he explained, he's like, so I just have to get 2 friends, and then those 2 friends have to get 2 friends. What about that is so hard to understand?
To me?
Anyway, so
What was that?
number 1, whatever you do, don't get rich quick. Don't try to get rich quick. If money comes, it comes. If money does not come, well, money comes always. Let money come slowly. Honestly, it's the same thing with fame. Like, you'd rather build your fame up slowly than have like overnight success, because let me tell you something.
It will disappear as fast as it.
Let alone this days on the internet, overnight fame, you go from being like loved to hated in
I'm
a
trying to remember
second.
something that Oscar said. And as quickly as he appeared, so did he disappear. something like that.
What episode was that?
It was the whole warehouse thing.
Yeah. Second point.
Second point, if you are going to, okay, scriptural principle, that is, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You've probably had this before from everybody who is good at good at farming, good in business. Everybody will tell you this. Do not put all your eggs there because I'm supposed to say something here, but then it doesn't match. But then think of it this way: samaki mmoja akioza na kundi pia, that that whole thing. So in short, if you put everything there, if one thing goes bad, since you put everything there, everything will go bad. So have multiple streams.
Have multiple streams of income, have multiple investment streams.
And don't watch these YouTubers who say at age 23 I have 7 streams of income. Please don't watch them. You'll just get pressure for free. As in pressure bure. That's it.
So yeah, that's pretty much that. And last but certainly not least, we have point number 3, which is we are not going to invest in things we don't understand. People, please. If you cannot explain it to a 10-year-old,
don't. I'm a the ones that sound so easy. Just send me a screenshot and I will send you money.
There are things that are too good to be true. There are things that are too good to be true. Truly. Double check your sources. Verify your sources. Ask intelligent people near you. I think all of us know an accountant of sorts. Somebody's dad's an accountant, someone's friend's an accountant, someone's mom's an accountant.
Or even you are an accountant.
You are an accountant. Please, before you do something, just like here. It's the same thing as like contracts. Have a lawyer look at them, please.
Usiambe to sign here and
sign here and then you sign. Have a lawyer look at them.
Wow, you haven't watched it. Oh my goodness. So for those people who've watched She-Hulk, Madeline, is her name Madison? Madison signed a contract, and she didn't even.
What?
Madison with 2 N's and 1 Y.
No, it's not because of what you think.
Yes, that one signed a contract without even knowing what the contract is for. People, you get yourselves in trouble for no reason, and we don't mean like trouble with the police or something. Sometimes it can get to that extent, but usually it's trouble financially.
Loans.
Yeah, and then you have to
owing people money. Like in a pyramid scheme, if you can't get 2 people and one of your people drops out, you have to cover that slack or you have to find someone else. Like there's so many stories, there's so many things. So just excuse me. So, if you're not able to explain what you're doing to a 10-year-old, because 5-year-old, like, yeah, no, if you ask a 5-year-old, you tell your 5-year-old you invest, the second you say invest, they'll be like, what's invest? I know this because I'm a teacher now, and they ask questions about everything. But, yes, so, can't explain it to a 10-year-old? Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Some of the things in life really are just that easy.
Oh yes, whatever is too good to be true. Probably is. And
but again,
also don't
sometimes
go for something.
It's not like
something. Don't go for what is too good to be true, and don't go for what is too true to be good.
Interesting.
Because something like it's working for everybody, but is it really that good?
When you say everybody, do you mean everybody in my tax bracket, or these people that make way more money?
Or everybody who started the company.
Instead of just someone that's unemployed. Like I said, if you are ever unsure about something, you get a good feeling from it. But like Rafika said, it's too good to be true. Like I said, we all know CPAs, guys. We all know an accountant. Hit them up. Be like, hey, bestie, this person approached me today, or there's this thing at work.
Hey Kevin, what do you think about this?
No, don't ask Kevin.
Well, what I think,
ask
Pam. She's better at this
than I am.
Like she's a salesman. Okay, then ask Creed.
Creed is my favorite. That man is unhinged. Oh
He
my
has no
gosh.
idea what is happening every single time.
Anyway.
Yes, so yes, this is basically it for, let us say, chapter 3 of cheat sheet. Actually, yes, it could be chapter 3 because it's like a book of cheat codes about money.
Yeah.
So yes, chapter 3
Chapter
of
3.
cheat sheet.
Cheat sheet. You want to pray?
Yeah, sure. Okay, bow your heads forward of prayer, everybody. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you this moment, thanking you for the day that you've given us, thanking you for this word that you've given us, and I pray that whoever who listens to this, may they take something, maybe not everything, just something small that will help them in their lives. And Father, I thank you for everything that you've given us in this country, even for things that are yet to come. As your people, Father, we pray, Father, believing that you give them to us in due time. I pray, Father, that you help us make correct decisions according to our finances, and that you would be with us in all that we do. Thank you for the team behind the 20. Thank you for Kiri and myself. Thank you for everybody who's watching. And I pray, Father, that your word may keep on spreading, and more people may keep on understanding, Father, that you have a good plan for them, and whatever you have planned for them, Father, is good. Thank you, and we worship you. In Jesus' name, blessing and believing. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Jane.
Bye.